in that place, we're standing in this same bar. I love when I love when the Spirit just flows. There's no transition. It's just one next to the next part. What are we confessing? We're singing these lyrics, when we're doing our prayers. What are we confessing? Personal truths. No more, no less, no extra top on top, and just simply personal truths. Everything in this world, everything that we can think about, put in our brain, look at, reflect on, either falls in two categories. It's either truth or fact. There is no middle ground. That is a chair. I don't have to get there like with extra logic. I don't have to put extra reason. It's a chair. It's a fact that that's a chair. I don't have to sit in it and experience it and go, it's a chair. I can say, Debbie, how does that chair feel? Is it pretty comfy to sit in? Does it support you? Those are truths. Debbie can say, I think this chair is amazing, it's comfortable, it feels good, I like the color. Next door, I'm not going to say, I hate this chair, it's not comfy, it hurts my back. What? It's just a truth. There's his experiential part of that detracts nothing or adds nothing to the fact that is a chair. It's been a chair, it will be a chair, and it is a chair. That's what it is. When we recognize that everything in life falls in those two categories, we can start to, I can, start to look at what is inside of us and what's outside of us. Truth will never exist outside of you. Let that one sit for a second. Truth never exists outside of you. Why? Because it has no substantive evidence of itself outside of who you are. We're going to talk about it more later. That's just a little intro. But we look outside of ourselves and we see facts. We look inside of ourselves and we see truth. And that's why you've heard me say a million times, and I feel like it's become my personal mantra. Know who you are, because if you don't, the world will tell you who you are. They'll give you a list of reasons why you can't, why you shouldn't, why you won't, why you don't. And if we're not careful, we're quick to wrap those things around us and say, well, maybe they're right. You know, maybe that's the way it feels. I'm just from Katichi. I can't do nothing. I'm stuck in the hills, and I grew up with nothing. I can't. Well, we laugh at this thing, but how many of us have let those things in part of our life define us? I'm still learning to push some of those things and go back in and look at truth. Well, if we're looking at facts, facts have their place. We don't ignore facts. When I first came to New Thought, and I remember expressing Carrie, I feel like there's a real tendency to ignore facts and only focus on truth. There's a yin and yang in both of them. There's a need for both. They interact, one informs the other, but one will never change the other. There's a play back and forth, but facts don't change truth, and truth doesn't change facts. How we move inside of those things is what is better. A fact is, fire is hot. If you touch fire, you get burned. We're not discussing the degree of what you got burned. We're not discussing how, for a moment, it might have felt good to play the flame. Fire is hot. If you say fire is not hot, you're lying. Like, there's no middle ground to say fire is not hot. Why can we make that definitive fact? Because statement, because it is a fact. Fire is hot. I don't need you to reason around the reasons. I don't need you to go, well, no, fire is hot. Facts are discovered. They're not created, they're not dreamed, they're not imagined. They are simply discovered. You can go in your wallet right now and pull out a piece of money. That money has a number on it. If you go to the bank and say, how much is this worth? They're going to tell you it's worth the amount of this or another thing. None of your energetic alchemy is going to change that money in a physical sense to be more than the $20, $10, whatever's written on the actual money. Facts are just acknowledged. Part of getting to truth is sometimes acknowledging the facts. You've heard me say this statement a million times and become a mantra. I want to get it tattooed on me. Like, put your facts through the truth filter. We are trained to do it the other way around. We take our truth and we try to press it through our money filter or our relationship filter. And we go, I know who I am, but I ain't got the money. Well, I know my truth, but I can't find that person. Well, flip what we're doing in that. The opposite side of fact are truths. Truths are not created. They're not discovered. Well, sorry, they are created. They're created. They're discovered. They're not just acknowledged. How do we know that? Is anybody in this room in love? Anybody in love? Lord, how do you know you're in love?
I don't know.
Right? You just know because of personal truth. And it's funny when we put it in those terms, because how many times have we done that? I love that person so much, I just love them, and you go, no, you don't. I hear how you act. I've seen what you say. Why? Because that shows love is the truth. There's no personal identifier to say love is. Even in the most beautiful scriptures, in the holy books, I tell you, we grew up in the South with the Bible and all the beautiful things. Love is patient, love is kind, all the great things. The 1 Corinthians, the wonderful letter that Paul wrote to the church of Corinth, and stated these beautiful attributes of what it meant to be a functional church. He wasn't saying those for you to read at your wedding. He was saying, hey, church, little spiritual group, this is what it looks like to be part of this. Love is patient, love is kind. If you want to read some beautiful writings about love, go to the Quran. I know, taboo top of the Quran has some beautiful writings about what love is. But again, it's experiential. You create those places inside you, discover those places, but it's never just an acknowledgement because I can refute your acknowledgement. We live in the heart of the Bible Belt. You don't have a fun discussion, get online and say, God is not real, and just push the button and stand back, watch your computer start smoking, watch your cell phone blow the screen out. Why is that an issue? Because the existence of anything spiritual outside of our factual existence is truth. Your experience of that word, whether you have a connection to it or not, is personal. It is what it is. So the person who doesn't have that connection can come back and say, God is not real. That's the truth. Just like what Lauren was saying, we get two-sided discussions. The middle point is where we can have that balance. Not only do we need it in conversation, but we need it inside of our own self to find that place between truth and fact. I could, and you could, have a view about the idea of God. Whether it is a thing, whether it's not a thing, is it a person, is it a spirit, is it energy, whatever. And if a person who may not be as grounded in their ideas came to you and you talk to them and you use some persuasive points, guess what? At the end of the conversation, what might happen? It might change their mind. They might change your mind. How many people in this room have had their idea of what God is changed over the years? You know, we've all had that expansive place. Why? Because it's a truth that we are slowly creating and discovering inside of ourselves. The idea of God, the idea of spirit, energy, whatever, it's all fluid. It's all malleable. It's all something to be shaped because we just said everybody in this room can raise their hand and affirm that where they were 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago on the spiritual path is a much different place than you are now. You know, Paul said, when I was a child, I thought as a child, I spoke as a child, I reasoned as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. What do we glean from that? The very thing we're talking about right here. We have these ideas that we want to lock down as facts. People get offended when, oh, you don't believe in God, you don't believe in this. Well, but as you grow, you recognize those things are personal truths. I heard this quote years ago. I don't know who said it. I did a deep Google. I was deep to Google trying to find who said this, but I couldn't find the author. But I heard this when I was a teenager, so it's been with me for a while. My whole life, I had wanted to be a band director. It's what I was going to school for. I trained in school, had scholarships, I went to college, I wanted to be Mr. Holland up there, you know, Mr. Holland. That's what I wanted to do. Life changed path, I fell in love with that stuff. But I always found the cool balance between the notes that were on the paper, you're reading the sheet music, and the way you interpreted them. We used to have this thing we did in our honors band class, in our jazz band class. We would have a part written. The band director would say, play it like it's written. You play it on the trumpet or the trombone, saxophone, drums, whatever. He would say, play it with feeling. All of a sudden that person gave that note a little more emphasis, brought that volume up and down, and what does it do? It gives you that little Mufasa chill, that Mufasa. It's good. The reason that's the point is this. Facts are the notes on a page. Facts are the lyrics on a sheet of paper. We sang these this morning. We sang these words that I've written some, another singer wrote some, I played the chords. There are things that are written, but we moved inside of those and we found a connection. Here's my example of this. Truth is what you bring to it. That time when the band director would say, play on your own, give it a little energy, give it a little stank, people call it, give it a little stank, put some vibe on it. Well, if you want to find a better example of that and how that reflects on what we're talking about with facts versus truth, a song that we all know well, we've heard a million times, we've sang it a million times, is the national anthem. How many games you've been to where pick the hat off and everybody stands and the band, we're singing that song not with lack of focus on what it's for. It's about America, it's about the country, it's about pride, all that, whatever it means to you. But when you've ever heard somebody sing that song, when it goes from singing to singing, my ultimate example is Whitney Houston at the Super Bowl. Late 80s, early 90s, in that ballpark, I don't remember exactly what year. She took a personification of that song and she owned it. And that song, you can be the most unpatriotic person in the world, and that song will give you chills to your core. Why? Because she put truth into it. It became a truth. It became a personal experience as opposed to, oh, say, can you sing? Anybody who knows how to read music and words can sing that song. That's the fact around. Anybody can look around and say, it's a chair. Fire is hot. It's where we interpret those things and bring them into our truth. It's how they function. A person who's singing those words with their own connection to it. Oh, you close your eyes and you hear Whitney singing that song, and you hear it, and the planes are flying over, and the things are, the fireworks are like, there's a moment there. Why? It's where our truth lies. You know very well that truth gives you those things that facts don't. When we sing, I am free, and you feel free, it gives you those little warm fuzzies all over. It gives you the chicken skin. It gives you the, But if you're not feeling free, and you sing, I'm free, I want to be free one day, but I might get free. I might feel free sometimes. I can let go of that. Or if I can find that person, I have that money, I might feel free. That's the difference. That's what. Because all those things are relevant to us. All those things are connected. I asked Lord, how do you know you're in love? Well, I just do. She can name the attributes of what she does for her spouse, what she does for her kids, what she does for the sinner. Those are just facts bathed in a big dose of her own personal truth. They're separable, but yet in higher conscience, they come back together to make this perfect little yin-yang kind of thing going on. So how does that affect us in our day-to-day? I think if anything that we've done at the center, since I've been coming here, we talk about this often, we are a practical spiritual center. We want to leave you with something to take with you. This is not a feel-good, romp 'em up, stomp 'em kind of thing. This is, hey, what can you take with you this week to make life get free? To start to see the blessings for what they are. To start to see the blessings in the facts. Ooh, that's hard. Because those things that come out of your pipeline, they're facts. But we turn them into blessings. Energetic alchemy, we take those things, we shift what they look like. We take what a fact is, and a chair becomes, I'm grateful I'm a place where I'm not sitting on the floor. It's supporting me. It's a place that holds me upright. It keeps my body in a proper position. I'm not having to sit on something that's too low for me to get down on. What is that? Just a shift into higher consciousness. The thing never changed. The chair didn't magically become a spiritual chair. The chair is how we take it into our system and what it does. Ralph Waldo Emerson, my favorite quote. He said, to be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. To be yourself in a world that is trying to make you into something else is the greatest accomplishment. It's true. We live in a world of facts, and this world tries to tell you who you are by the roles you do in life, by your financial state, by your relationship state, by how you respond to things. Ooh, don't we judge people by they're so angry, God. We just go there. We don't know. Because people, when we experience things, the world is shaping us in a moment of something we don't really want to be. Well, how do we move inside of that world? How do we move inside of facts and our own personal truth? I have a little list, I'm going to give it to you. Number one, accept who you are in this moment. Without any baggage, without any buts and ands and ors and other additions, just I accept where I'm at right now. I can embrace the things that feel like struggles as facts. I don't have to personalize those things. If there are things we're dealing with, we don't have to take those things on and feel the whole weight of it all the time. They're just facts. If you're not in the situation you want to be in, the first step to it is acknowledgement. You can't move on until you acknowledge where you are. Because if you're moving on to somewhere and you don't know where you started, how do you know you've got to where you want to be in the first place? We talk about it in vision. If you don't have a vision for your life, how do you know when something shows up as part of what your grander picture of life is? You don't. You gotta listen to the vision. Accept who you are. And I'm talking, accept those things that make you uncomfortable. Those things that go, oh, you know. With me, I'm trying to get my health right, trying to get the weight going down. It's micro steps for me right now, but I've been okay with saying, this is where I'm at literally right now. I can write a number down, I can write a food intake, whatever, I can say that's where I'm at. It's not my end result to acknowledge a fact. Truths trump fact when you're putting facts through the truth filter. What comes down at the end of that will always be fact, light, and truth heavy. When you get to the end of it, there's going to be a concoction at the end of putting that thing through the filter. It's like a blender. When you put all things in the blender, what comes out of that? You know, you put all the fruits in the blender or the veggies in the blender and you get the juice at the end. That's a concoction of all the stuff. Were there some impurities in that fruit? Sure. Did some of those make it through to the juice? Of course. But you're in a healthier place for drinking that than you would be without it. So acknowledge where you are. For me, that's step one. Step two is even harder. Acknowledge who you are. Way different than what you are. Acknowledge where you are. That's not what and where, one thing. Acknowledge who you are. Acknowledging those personal truths. That if we're not careful, those things slip by the wayside. We forget who we are. We sing the song here, remember who you are. Remember what you know. Remember to sing your song. The truth of who you are is always waiting behind that wall of facts, waiting to just, oh. And as soon as we give permission to go, oh, and push through, it breaks through those walls. But we have to be willing to break free of that cocoon and let that butterfly fly. There's a process there. Process is not always comfortable. Process doesn't always feel fruitful if you're honest. Sometimes you feel like, am I ever going to break free from this cocoon? I don't see light, I feel trapped, but we know the truth is going to, you know. The next one is nothing but vision. Defining your truth. I saw a phrase like that, and I thought, you know, that's a cool way to phrase it. It kind of brings it through. There are so many things that we've been taught to press down in our life. Our past, our history, relationships, mistakes, of any kind. We press those things down, and we act like at some point they're just going to magically go away. Well, if I don't deal with it, if I don't talk about it, I don't get it, no. I think just sitting under the surface is going, and the thing about that unrecognized issue is it's not just under that band-aid sitting there chilling. What you're doing, it's festering. It's growing and it's getting nastier and nastier until we're willing to go. That pulling the band-aid is part of finding your truth. Saying, I'm going to get into this, I'm going to deal with it, and we're going to put our big girl panties on, and we're just going to do this thing. You know, I heard Lori say that before. Like, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to get into it, and we're going to lean into it with meditation. We're going to lean into it with journal. We're going to lean into it with prayer. We're going to lean into it with relationship, talking to people about it. Defining what you know to be your truth. And guess what? At that point, tell the world to deal with it. This is who I am. Let your freak flag fly. Sometimes you got to stand up and say, this is where I am. This is what I do. And in that moment, the next part comes easy. Once you've gotten that, the last step is let that flag fly. Live it boldly. Live it out loud. Don't hide behind what society tells you you shouldn't be. Don't let people define your personal experience, because the problem with people defining you is they define your experience. If I take on the mantle of, well, you are going to be this for the rest of your life, you can't do that. Now, if I've taken that on, now I'm working through the filter of that lack of abundance, lack of insight, lack of knowledge, whatever. I'm now working from that place of lack. If I've taken that thing on, that cloak that the world will go, here, Elle, here's what you can have. The world says, and we know what those things feel. They're heavy. We take those things on, they feel heavy, they weigh us down. When we don't acknowledge where we've been and where we're going, we're never going to get there. Part of moving on in your journey and moving inside of this truth and recognizing that the facts are just facts. They have no feelings on them. That chair doesn't celebrate when I say, your chair. Chair. This is a chair. These things that hit us in life, they don't have feeling tones, but God, don't we put feeling tones on real quick? Wow, that thing just happened. That person back in your car this morning, they saw you and they didn't give crap. They just, no, that person didn't know you existed. But we give that thing feeling tones. Why? Because we give everything about us feeling tones. We give all our junk feeling tones. Well, that must have feeling tones too. No. When you're at a place where you can inform the world, here's all my junk, I don't care. There's a movie clip that I would never show here because it may be wildly inappropriate, but if you're into movies and profanity and such doesn't bother you, there's a movie called 8 Mile. 8 Mile is the semi-autobiographical story of the rapper Eminem. If you ever heard Eminem, Marshall Mathers is his given name. There's a documentary about his, it's not just like I said, it's semi-autobiographical, but it's a movie, it's a great movie. It shows him growing up in the slums of Detroit, growing up in the trailer park, growing up with nothing. Mom was a drug addict, grew up in and out of houses, and he's an aspiring rapper. He was an aspiring rapper. He was going to these battles. He was getting whipped. He'd go to these battles and get embarrassed. He'd forget his lines. He was messing up. The whole plot of this movie goes along, and it gets to the last scene, and he's battling the main guy. And when I look at it from a higher conscience, the main guy is the world telling us, I know all your junk, and I'm going to let it be known. And so Eminem, his name in the movie was B Rabbit. That was his rap battle name was B Rabbit. He gets the coin flip, and they throw him the mic. And instead of attacking the guy, instead of telling life, you don't know nothing about me, you can't tell me. He said, here's all my junk. I did grow up in the trailer park. My mom is a crack addict. I grew up all this stuff. I did get my butt beat by these other guys who were trying to take me on. Here's all my junk. Now what do you got to tell these people? There are times in life, and I'm bringing it back to this point, when we are informed of our own truth, we can inform the world with what our truth is. If we don't know our own truth, we continue to take what the world says. This is who you are. But if we stand up and say, this is my past, this is my junk, I'm standing here, I'm owning it, I'm being who I am, I'm being myself in a world that is constantly trying to make me something that I'm not. I'm doing the most courageous thing I could do, and then dropping the mic and saying, what do you guys say about me now? Our job, all the things we sang this morning, all the prayers we affirmed, everything we affirmed, is us standing up to the world and saying, here I am, in my full glory, all the scars, all the wounds, all the joys, all the sorrows, all of it together makes up me. And I'm not going to allow facts to try to change my personal truth. We are what we know ourselves to be. I am that I am that I am. Why is that true? Because when you know yourself, you can live yourself. When you know who you are, you can live it out loud. You can do it loudly and proudly, let that freak flag fly. And the world will respond to how you do it. You teach the world how to treat you. I detest Dr. Phil, but one thing I love that he says often is he says, you teach the world how to treat you. And so in light of that, what I want you to do is teach the world how to treat you. How do you do that? By knowing who you are. And look around this room, and everybody in this room knows who they are. I know you know. And why? Because you got that little thing down here. Pull out the junk, pull out the stuff. Let it shine. Namaste.